Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for September 14th, 2020. Before that, over the last several months, the WDWNT tech team has been diligently working on an update to WDWNT, the app, and now we're proud to announce that WDWNT, the app 2.0 has been published to the Apple App Store and Google Play. It has been years in the making. We've redesigned the app from the ground up to make it more stable, faster, and way easier to use. The easiest way to get all the Disney news you could ever want and access to all your favorite WDWNT content. You can download WDWNT, the app, now on the Apple App Store and on Google Play. Previously reduced to just 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., hours have been extended at the Magic Kingdom starting November 6th. Until November 6th, the hours remain as follows. Magic Kingdom 9 to 6, Epcot 11 to 7, Hollywood Studios 10 to 7, and Animal Kingdom 9 to 5. The new 7 p.m. close of the Magic Kingdom is likely in effect for the new modified holiday offerings that'll debut on that day, November 6th. Park hours through November 28th for Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom remain unchanged. These are those same cut hours that we've been talking about. Meanwhile, Epcot will be shifting to new hours starting on November 27th. The new hours will be from noon, that's right, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Do note this is not an extension of hours, but merely an hour shift later into the evening. The Pumpkin Spice Milkshake and Pumpkin Spice Sundae have returned to the Magic Kingdom for another fall season. They're at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies in Tomorrowland. And if you like to read all about them, you can check out our website. The Magic Kingdom has been serving delicious cinnamon donut holes at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party since 2018, but with no parties this year. Cinnamon donuts are available all day in Frontierland and come in a Hitchhiking Ghost container. The container features Gus and goes with a Haunted Mansion sipper and popcorn bucket from years past. That'll also be back this year. The cinnamon donuts with Gus are $16.99 at Pecos Bill, Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. It's beginning to look a lot like Halloween at the Magic Kingdom, and ahead of the full-on fall decor that is set to begin tomorrow, September 15th, landscapers and decorators at the park have gotten a head start installing a few autumnal wreaths, garlands, and more throughout Main Street, USA today. You can take a first look at all these decorations on our website. Do keep in mind tomorrow, be sure to visit our site to get all the coverage of those Halloween offerings, all the decor, and those new cavalcades. As well, I will be live right here on YouTube tomorrow to bring you all of that. With a large-scale refurbishment originally planned for Big Thunder Mountain at the Magic Kingdom for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary next year, it seems some recently filed permits may indicate the start of work on the project. So far, 2 separate permits have been filed, each listing the address of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, plus the following description, quote, provide labor, material, and/or electrical for construction. The attraction was initially scheduled for a May refurbishment, but that did not happen thanks to the closure of the parks. It is worth noting that it has been rumored for years, since Disneyland got it in 2014 and Disneyland Paris got it in 2016, that Walt Disney World will receive that explosive finale on the third lift hill of the ride, using projection mapping on mist to make it look like dynamite is exploding. Whether or not that's going to happen remains to be seen, but nonetheless, it seems like a refurbishment is coming. We'll keep you posted. We noticed that construction walls in front of the restrooms in Future World East came down the other day, and just one day later, the restrooms opened, and the remodel is complete. These restrooms across from Test Track near the old Mouse Gear they're done. The outside of the restrooms were recently repainted, and inside there's new flooring and red tiles that mirror the new red-orange World Discovery color scheme. Dyson Airblade hand dryers have been installed in addition to paper towel dispensers. With the amount of construction going on at Epcot, it's nice to see something even as trivial as a restroom reopen. It's been difficult to track the progress of Space 220, the new space-themed restaurant opening between Mission Space and Test Track. The restaurant was supposed to open in April, at least last time. It was supposed to open last year at one point, but has been delayed due to the COVID-19 closure. But last month, we saw some progress at the construction site with lights and landscaping being added, and now even more trees have been planted around the future restaurant. Though the trees now block most of the view of the backstage construction, you can see some of the white space-style lampposts that were installed previously. The trees are likely supposed to block the restaurant from view to create a more immersive experience for guests going inside. The restaurant is described as a quote-unquote celestial panorama of a space station where guests view Earth from 220 miles in the air. Space 220 is supposed to open this winter, according to the Walt Disney World website. The giant rotating Mickey Mouse hand holding a wand has been removed amidst the massive refurbishment of Mouse Gear. Though expected, it's still a little sad to see this iconic piece of the old store gone. The wand was still visible as of last month. Mouse Gear has been under construction since January of this year, with the store moved into a smaller temporary home for the time being. The wand rotated above the toy section of the store. Concept art for the future Mouse Gear was revealed at the D23 Expo last year. And yes, it does look awfully plain. A few days ago, Christine McCarthy, Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of the Walt Disney Company, spoke about construction projects that have been prioritized across the Disney parks. Among these projects was the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel at Walt Disney World. The hotel will be an immersive experience connecting to the story of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Our friend BioReconstruct shared some new images of the hotel under construction. The hotel is meant to be completely themed to a Star Cruiser ship. The oblong structure to the right of the building will be the entrance to the hotel. The square white building will house the ship's decks, while the long building to the left will hold the cabins. You can see how some sections of the hotel have been filled out since our last construction update. Trees will surround the hotel to hide it from guests in an effort to create as immersive an experience as possible. So when you arrive, it won't look like you're arriving at a building, but rather a small docking station for some sort of transport that'll then take you out to the Star Cruiser in space. You check out our post for concept art of the interior of the hotel. We've pretty much revealed the whole thing at this point. We're excited to see that Hollywood Scoops on Sunset Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios is now open once again for all your ice cream needs. You notice that the menu has been pared down a bit, but that is a normal thing happening in this reopening phase. All items on the menu are considered a snack under the Disney dining plan, but as you know, Disney dining plans no longer exist. Of course, social distancing markers have been set up along the queue for the kiosk as well. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance has been plagued by downtimes and broken effects since it opened last year. One of the issues with operating the most advanced ride on the planet is that it is very complex. Also, when you don't finish it. With hundreds of individual effects all lining up to meld seamlessly into one ride experience, it's easy to spot the seams when one or two effects go down. This leads to downtimes while the effect is brought back online rather than admitting guests through a poor experience, which also happens sometimes. And topping off the already difficult system, Florida's weather hasn't been kind to the ride. Lightning struck the attraction as well, leading to downtimes across the attraction for 2 days. It seems that the garden variety technical issues continue as multiple downtimes led to slow calling of boarding groups. Yesterday, when we checked in on Rise at 12:18 p.m. on September 13th, boarding groups 10 through 13 were being called. At 1:15 p.m., it had just reopened for its third downtime of the day. It was calling groups 14 and 15. And as of 3:15 that day, the ride was calling groups 23 through 27. As of press time on our post at 4:50 yesterday, the attraction was only up to group 36. No official word on any of the issues being insurmountable or whether there is a plan to fix things once and for all with a refurbishment. But after months of closure and ample time to tinker without guests, one would have assumed that a permanent solution might have been rendered. Today, guests were then having a difficult time getting a boarding group. Multiple guests in Disney's Hollywood Studios tweeted about the My Disney Experience app not detecting that they were already in the park, stopping them from getting a boarding group. Mark Moran tweeted a screenshot of the error, stating, quote, "How am I not in the park, yet I am in the park?" Amanda Nickel tweeted about several groups having the same error despite having been in the park for a half hour. The error caused huge lines for guest services and guest experience teams. The Jedi Talk podcast tweeted a picture of one line weaving through the park. The lines are so long that there are no social distancing markers, though guests are attempting to social distance as well as they can. The picture over on our site demonstrates just how widespread the issue is, with dozens of parties unable to get boarding groups despite being in the park. On top of that, today, the ride had other issues where they were only sending one vehicle per dispatch because one elevator in the ride is not working. This is pretty crazy. This is a mess. It is probably time to close Rise of the Resistance and start over. It is clearly some computer programming issues, and they are widespread, and they are not getting any better. I think it's time to just close and try again. You know, this year it's a weird year anyway. You know, people are coming here I think are just glad to have something to do. I think it's a good, if you're ever going to have an opportunity to close this ride and fix it, this is the moment. Just do it. If you're looking to try your luck, 2 of the Fossil Fun Games located within Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama and Dino-Land have reopened as of Sunday, September 13th. And they also have new plush prizes. And if you watched our live stream on Sunday, you know all about this. We've got some great things. We got the Triceratops spin plush. We've got Aladar, the iguanodon from Dinosaur. We have the Cementosaurus, if you will. It's outside of Dino-Rama, that big cement dinosaur that welcomes you to the land from Asia. Minnie and Mickey and Dino Institute costumes, and as well Daryl, which is the name of this dinosaur that was created for Donald's Dino Bash. Donald's dinosaur cousin Daryl. The plush come in all different sizes. It's $5 per game. There is no group deal if you buy a lot of tickets, but the games are back. It's just the Bronto Score and Comet Crasher games due to social distancing. Those are the only 2 operating. They're operating from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Daily. The Grand Floridian Society Orchestra's new bandstand has been completely removed from the lobby at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. This comes as some of its members have been seen performing in the Disney Society Orchestra and Friends show at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Following the opening of the Enchanted Rose at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa last year, the Society Orchestra debuted a new location in the lobby since their old bandstand was taken for like 1 set of tables for whatever reason people felt they needed it for this restaurant. According to the Walt Disney World website, the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra remains temporarily unavailable, but this is obviously not a good sign for this group, which has performed at the hotel since it opened. And I promise you, if this group doesn't come back, I will be the first person to cause a stink about it. While it is technically still summer, that didn't stop us from heading down to Disney Springs to taste the latest Halloween creation at the Ganachery. We here at WDWNT are no stranger to their over-the-top, indulgent chocolate piñatas, and we were delighted by the spooky splendor of their newest Franken creation. Do note that these Halloween piñatas do not officially debut until September 16th. We got one early thanks to the chef Amanda, who works there. For presentation, the Halloween piñata is served on a tray of multicolored sprinkles and the Ganachery's signature crunchy chocolate pearls. The entirety of the milk chocolate sphere is coated with a layer of green-white chocolate to emulate Frankenstein, including a chocolate scar and even a shiny edible silver pair of shiny edible silver bolts. At the top, sitting between 2 solid chocolate discs, is a mini purple polka-dotted bow made of fondant. They come with a wooden mallet to be smashed open. The interior consists almost entirely of chocolate and marshmallows. They're all made in-house at the Ganachery. If you're feeling festive and in the mood for lots of chocolate, one of these monstrous piñatas can be yours for $28 plus tax, consistent with previous piñata pricing. Say that 5 times fast at the Ganachery. I cannot say enough about the Ganachery. It is a little expensive, but you get really fine quality creations there. Everything there is fantastic. I can't recommend them enough. As Disneyland confirmed a few days ago, indoor seating is now permitted at restaurants in the downtown Disney district. Several restaurants have now opened their doors for indoor dining. Naples Ristorante y Bar has indoor and outdoor seating open. Parties are being seated with empty tables between them. The upstairs dining room will open for dinner beginning at 5:30 p.m. La Brea Bakery now has a small indoor section open as well. We noticed that La Brea had already set up plexiglass on the indoor counter when it first reopened a few weeks ago. The chairs at the counter are socially distanced, and La Brea Bakery still has plenty of outdoor seating as well. Ballast Point will be opening their seating at 1 p.m. every day. Their outdoor patio remains open all day. Black Tap has limited indoor seating. Several tables and counter space are marked as unavailable to maintain distancing. Catal has a small group of tables open inside. They have not opened their upstairs dining room, but the outdoor Uva bar is still operating normally. Tortilla Joe's dining room is now open with social distancing measures in place. Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen still has outdoor dining available. The indoor dining room will open in the evening. There is limited seating indoors. The massive Fantasy Springs project at Tokyo Disney Sea still has a long way to go until we're walking into the land in 2023. That doesn't mean the progress is coming slowly. The mysterious building we saw last month behind Tomorrowland at Tokyo Disneyland is now covered in scaffolding. There's still no word on what this will be, but the most likely answer is probably offices, considering a project hasn't been announced. The bypass tunnel behind Fantasy Springs looks to be fairly done structurally, with paving and other touches still to come. As reported last month, the structure is in the air for the future Frozen-themed attraction, which should be different from the Frozen Ever After ride at Epcot and Hong Kong Disneyland. You know, might have a budget. Looking at it from a distance gives us quite the image, not only of its scale, but the scale of the expansion itself. The Arendelle area will butt up against the show building for the Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast, to the point that both Arendelle Castle and Elsa's Castle, both seen in the concept art, may be visible from within Tokyo Disneyland. Workers are hard at work on the still unnamed Fantasy Springs Hotel, with the structure gaining roughly 1 story since our last check-in. Safety signs encourage construction workers to work as a team and to prevent incidents or disasters. A larger look over the construction site shows a gap between the hotel and the structure for the Peter Pan area. There's also a building towards the back that's still in the foundation stages, so not everything is up in the skies just yet. Of course, construction is pacing along faster in some areas than others, and the link between the two formerly isolated halves of the hotel site have finally been constructed and very quickly caught up. With the rise of the other building makes it harder to check in on the Tangled site, but we can already see that the show building is in similar phases to others, and a smaller offshoot building can be seen in the far left of the photo. This is closest to Tokyo Disney Sea and the expansion's future entrance between Arabian Coast and Lost River Delta, so it probably won't be long before we can glance at least some of it from the park. The show building for the larger Peter Pan attraction is already receiving its facade, it would seem. With this attraction supposedly being the most complicated of the 4, it's no surprise that this one is being completed the fastest. The adjacent structure is also coming along nicely, with basic facade work also nearing completion. Work isn't all done on the show building just yet, though. There's still some big gaps to be filled in on the end closest to the park. Also, the overpass bridge has finally been completed and paved. There's not much new to say about the power building, except that it's coming along and it looks like part of the roof is being installed. Barge construction in the secondary dry dock has been underway for a few months, presumably for next year's Believe Sea of Dreams nighttime show that was announced in July. You can only imagine what the show will be like right now. Tough times have struck the Oriental Land Company, owner and operator of Tokyo Disney Resort. After the resort's unprecedented 122-day-long closure, the company reported a massive 114.3 billion yen loss, around $1.08 billion in U.S. money, during its first fiscal quarter of the year. While the second quarter is still underway, it seems prospects are still low as the OLC plans to cut winter bonuses by around 70%, according to the Nikkei Asian Review. The Nikkei Asian Review reported the news that bonuses will be slashed by 70% for 4,000 of the company's full-time and part-time employees. Additionally, contracted dancers in the resort's ever-popular entertainment programs, who are largely without work as all stage shows and full-scale parades are suspended, are being given the choice by OLC to transition to other departments or receive severance pay upon retirement. Around 1,000 contracted performers are subject to these cutbacks. Celebrate fall and winter with this new burgundy-colored sequin Minnie Mouse ear headband at Walt Disney World. These purple-red ears match fall leaves and Christmas decor, so you can wear them during both seasons. The bow and lining of the headband are red velvet. The ears are $29.99. We found them in the Emporium at the Magic Kingdom. New to the Mousewares line across Disney parks is the 6-piece cookie cutter set and individual sponges themed to all your favorite park icons, including Spaceship Earth, Sleeping Beauty Castle, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and more. These adorable cookie cutters represent all 6 of the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort theme park icons. The new line also contains the following themed sponges available from Disney Home at Disneyland Resort for $6.99. You can find these items at Disney Home in the Downtown Disney District at Disneyland Resort. We've also spotted the Walt Disney World versions at the Emporium at the Magic Kingdom. Several Magic Bands from the Minnie Mouse The Main Attraction Collection are now available in the Magic Kingdom at Sir Mickey's. Previously, we saw the Dumbo The Flying Elephant Collection with its Magic Band, but now the Enchanted Tiki Room Magic Band, the Mad Tea Party, and It's a Small World Magic Bands are all available for $34.99 each, again at Sir Mickey's in Fantasyland. Nothing will put you in the mood for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival like these new wine-themed mini ears that debuted in World Showcase. The bow is made up of a cork-like fabric with glossy grapes at the center. One side of the headband is embroidered with the Taste Your Way Around the World slogan, while the other features this year's logo. The ears are available for $29.99. We found at the festival booth near Germany in World Showcase at Epcot, and also World Showplace Festival Marketplace. If you've been looking for a convenient way to carry multiple pairs of these ear headbands from your trip, then Loungefly has a new bag for you. This circular bag has a sequin Minnie Mouse ear headband design on the front. The bag has a hand strap and a removable over-the-shoulder strap. One side has a place in the center, perfect for keeping ears in place. The bottom of the bag is flat so it can stand up. Or you can lay it down inside a suitcase. This Loungefly ear carrier is $118, found at both the Marketplace Co-op in Disney Springs and Mouse Gear in Epcot. Calling all Wildcats, there's a new collection of merchandise inspired by the hit Disney Plus series High School Musical, the series, now at Walt Disney World. New tanks, tees, and shorts can all be found in this collection. To see them all, you can head on over to our website. Wave your hands up in the air. While visiting Disney's Hollywood Studios, we discovered an enchanting new full-zip hoodie in the Tower Hotel gift shop. The outside of the hoodie features the Hollywood Tower Hotel insignia. The extremely soft and velvety interior of the hoodie features images from the famed Fifth Dimension scene. This hoodie is available for $54.99. You can now experience the Haunted Mansion in your own home with a new Funko Pop set featuring both the mansion itself and a butler. Here are the details from Disney. Quote, "Welcome foolish mortals to a sculpted Haunted Mansion attraction miniature paired with a butler vinyl figure for a two-piece set in the Pop Town series by Funko. This collectible is simply to die for." The set is available for $39.99 on Shop Disney. We first learned about the set in June, and it's the latest of many Haunted Mansion figures and sets to be released by Funko this year. It's also available on Amazon. Also on Amazon, they have the maid from the Haunted Mansion, as well as two of the stretching room characters in as well. Those are not on Shop Disney. Those you'll find links to on our site. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part is that their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, fast passes, dining, and much more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Now I'm going to go play with my Dinorama plush. To make your dinosaur fly forwards and backwards, press down on whatever I don't remember the spiel.